The seagulls follow trawler. It's because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.
Talking nonsense. So I thought, no, enough's enough. Why should I put up with that? Talking nonsense. So I thought, no, enough's enough. Why should I put up with that? Don't back down, double down. Don't back down, double down.
Yes, good evening. It is the CM0102 stream night. I've got to agree with Scott. That intro gets better and better every time I play it, man. The song just keeps getting better. It gets catchier. You're beginning to realise you're all aboard the Bhoycie bus. Isn't that a fun place to be in life? Well, I certainly think so. Anyway, I've been driving this bus for 34 years. It's great to finally have some people on the same wavelength all aboard it as well. Hope we're all doing well. Good show on Monday. Enjoyed that. Thought the Monday Club was there was some good debate in there. Some good points covered. I did the rare thing, and it's really not my style, but I thought I've never actually listened to it back as a podcast. You know what I mean? Like I've never watched it back either. But like you go and check the comments and stuff if there's folk to reply to. So it was on the top of my Spotify because obviously I've subscribed to the Spotify page to try and keep the numbers up. And I listened to it as a Spotify like podcast, and I thought, do you know what? Some of the debate's pretty good from the viewers. I probably am specific enough though, if you're just an audio listener, that I'm reading out like a comment from the viewer. So I might try and work on that. We'll get there though. How we all doing? Get in the comments as early as possible tonight. As always, we will have a good carry on playing as we delve back to 2001. Oh, here we go. The mic's awfully quiet. Don't tell me.
That should be a bit better with the microphone. I'll start again, man. I'll start again. It is good to be back on the bus. So we just cancel and start again. Shall we do that? Just play the tune all over again. I'm tempted to. Now, hopefully that should be the sound issues sorted. As usual, it's just me with the same issues as always. I just forget to turn the settings on. Right, we've got comments flying in. Robert Laidlaw's in the room. Ronnie Pickering helped me out with the sound. Liam Collo, all right, Shagger. Yes, mate, very well. Liam is coming on this Friday to the Double Down show. The Double Down show, really. Daniel Hughes is in, saying, evening, lads. He's saying, check your mic. I've checked it. We should be back. Contact, great to see you back on the road. The mic might be coming through the webcam. You were right. Tommy Daniel, speak up, please, bus driver. We've sorted it, Kenny. Don't you worry, my man. Good to have you all with us. Jackie Traquet, how do you spell? Jackie, we'll stick to Jackie. Says it's much better. Daniel Hughes says, guess who's back? Philip DeMarco says that's better, as does Kenny. Happy days. Right, let's get in the bus. The thing is with the bus, it does time travel. We're going to go all the way back to December the 1st, 2001, and we pick up what is becoming a tougher work season than I envisaged. I thought I would come in here and this would be a dawdle, and I would impress you all with my championship manager wisdom and skills that we've been working on for 20 years. But it's not quite happened that way. Unfortunately, the other side, the top of the pack. Bags comes in. Johnson he says, yes, Bhoycie, Happy New Year, laddie. Happy New Year to you, my man, as always. And Monty says, evening, Bhoycie. Ooh, love it, mate. Love it. Teresa is in. Well done on the dissertation research you were doing earlier, Teresa. Good to have you with us. Nigel's asking how everyone's doing. Comments are flying in. And obviously tonight we will later on, and I don't want suggestions coming in yet, but later on, get your thinking caps on, because we will be playing some Date of Boys. And that will be good fun as well. Liam's already concerned about the Double Doon quiz. We'll go easy on you, Liam. Don't you worry, big boy. You'll be fine. Right. Kieran Dyer's been suggested by Monty. Now, if I can afford Kieran Dyer and Kieran Dyer wants to come, I'll sign Kieran Dyer, mate. Rest assured. I think there are more pressing matters than goals, right enough. But I hear you. I'm not against signing Kieran Dyer for one little second, by the way. Were we going to sign Cherno Samba for a laugh? I think we were, weren't we? Why not? But yeah, the goalkeeping situation. Remember we found out Jersey Dudek's worse than Douglas. Dudek's worse than Douglas. There's a wee tongue twister for you. But I don't know what we're going to do with the goalkeeper. Remember Paggy Luca? What a legend, man. Sure he was in goals for Italy at the 94 World Cup. Ronnie's asking, have you not got a sponsor yet? We're in talks, mate. We're in talks. Yeah, we're in talks about it. We may well have one. I've got a message I've not read yet, just because I find all the questions awkward. Not because I'm awkward with the people. They're brand new. Just I hate talking about like money and stuff. Do you know what I mean? When I'm only trying to have a wee laugh with this. But I suppose ends have to be met and all that. And, you know, it's a good foundation to promote any sort of brand on. So, Brian Cattigan, because he produced the tune, he gets a free mention on the banner along the bottom for life. Because as Scott Howe will tell you, it is the best intro song ever, or the best intro ever. Right, let's get back to it then. We've not got a goalkeeper. We're going to need to soldier on with Dudek and Douglas. I'm hopeless at buying keepers in this. Is Sheatus available? He might just need to do. Yeah, I might just bring him in. He's a bit of a cheat signing, to be honest, but who cares? The game's there to sign the legends, isn't he? Bruce, let's hope it's not a dire appointment. Well, mate, I think it's already going that way, isn't it? I thought it was going to be a lot better than what it was. I thought this was going to be a stroll. Right, where are we? We're 4 points off the top now. Game in hand. We need to get it back to a point. First game of this of the stream. Neil Lennon comes back in at holding mid. This formation. Why are we playing this? What are we doing here? Right. Someone wanted to go something different, so will we go at this? We'll play 4-1-3-2. Carrion was in goals. Jeez, he played an 8. I must have been in the huff for the goalkeepers. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Nigel, yes, we're losing 2 goals. We are. Lanky, go to Everton there, the Swedish player, and he was class the game. Alexanderson, maybe you're talking about? Shea Given's a good shout for in goals, Monty. If I could get him, that would be good. Oh, yes, you can't beat this. Philip DeMarco explaining the rules to the Double Doon quiz, and he was pretty close. He was pretty close. But yeah, we all wish you good luck though, Liam. Absolutely. 3-5-2. Monty found suited Celtic best. Well, we have been trialing with the wing backs. I'm going to give 4-1-3-2. I've been playing the update recently. I don't know if you knew you can play this game in like the 21-22 season, all with modern like valuations of the players. It's the exact same game though. I've had a lot of joy with 4-1-3-2, so I'm tempted to bring it into the stream. And it means I can go a wee bit more attacking with my midfield as well. What about like that? That looks good. Sutton 15 goals, Hartson 16 goals, Henrik 16 goals. We know where the back of the net is. Our forwards certainly do anyway. Right, let's have a go here. Tynecastle, good away game as well to start the show. Yeah, that's right. I was too scared. I was too scared to play this one at the end of the last stream. So I didn't want to end on a low. Oh dear, I'm already panicking. This is nerve-wracking when you do it live. Yes! Get in there. Oh no. Stefan Adam. Even seeing his name's a blast from the past. We can't hold on to leads. Oh my god. I hate this. I hate this. Bruce is coming in. Yes, Henrik. What I'm hearing, Russ, you're probably not hitting the heights you expected because you expected to breeze it. You need to refocus and double down. You've got a point, mate. You've got a point. I'm not playing this like I would play it in the house. I have tried to keep, though, more of O'Neill's team than what I probably normally would do. It'd probably be like wholesale changes apart from Henrik. Right. Here we go, Big Bad John. Having an absolute mare, mate. Let's get Momo on. Come on. Every time they get the ball, I'm panicking. Every time they get the ball. Monty, he played Petrov, Larson. Petrov behind Larson and Sutton, sorry. Try to read that and watch this match. It's difficult. Thompson again in the wings, Lennon Lambert in the middle, Baldy Valhan and Mialbi at the back. That's fair enough. I've normally signed too many players to keep it the original sort of squad. We start with a draw. Oh, Del Piero. If you're being dinged by other people in the comments, Del Piero, it's okay, mate. Don't worry too much. Contact, I'm beginning to agree. The players need the hairdryer treatment. You might not be wrong. Still only 3 points in it. It's one match. It's one match. I think... Oh, God. Oh, I forgot about this disaster as well. Partizan Belgrade. Remember we conceded 4 away from home in Europe against them. Oh, this is a disaster. This is the worst save I've ever done with Celtic since I was about 12. Well, will you just come in? You would be a good signing, Rustico. Not getting Taribo West at the start's definitely hampered things as well. You've got Dudek's conceded 25 goals in 17 games. How did we play last match? Nothing to write home about. Nakamura with another assist. He's took to life in Glasgow pretty well. Will you stop saying sell the king, Philip DeMarco? Bruce FM says, don't be afraid to put your stamp on it. We're not fussed where the bus goes, lad. Very kind of you to say so. Michael Mitchell is booing the team off. Should be able to get Samba for about 1.1 million. We will look into that, Monty. I have revised that, and I think about 850 at the top of the show. Daniel Hughes is still banging the drum for a new keeper. I know, I get it. Monty's suggesting Headman. I'm going to go with Sheatis, right? Just take my word on it. This guy could do well for us. He's one of those players. He's like a mythical Championship Manager 0102 keeper. If you know, you know. He's one of those. Do you know what I mean? And that's just what we're going to do. Anyone having a beer tonight? Let me know in the comments. I always like it. I'm on the Lucasade Sport tonight. Awfully boring this 2022 so far. Right. Keeper in. Yeah, it's okay. We've penny pinched a wee bit, but I've got good faith he is going to do well. Contact now wants us to release Dudek. He's turning the squad against us. I get it. I'm just concerned about in Europe. Oh, do you know what? Who cares? Let's just sell him. If you think we should sell him, I'll sell him. I think there'd be bigger clubs than that interested in him, wouldn't you? We'll see what comes in. Philip DeMarco suggests selling Bruce FM because he does not think the king is for sale. Liam Cole doesn't finish work till Friday, so he's not having a beer. That's absolutely fair enough. Monty's having a beer. Yes, mate. Good lad. I like it. Few beers for Bruce as well. Am I cutting it out for New Year? Yeah, mate. Unfortunately, I'm saving up for a house, so you've got to make sacrifices sometimes. And one of my bigger expenses in life is going to the pub. You know what I mean? Having beers doing these shows. Alex Forsyth, he's off it for a bit as well. Well, tomorrow's his birthday, so he might have a couple. Very huge happy birthday to you when it comes, Alex. Thanks for all your support with the show, mate. It's been much appreciated. Lankett is on the herbal tea. Nice. Philip DeMarco, he's only played 17 games. Ruthless. You've got to be sometimes, eh? Right, we're going to have a go against Partizan Belgrade. I'm going back to this. Long shots everyone should be doing. Good. Who's running with the ball? Right, let's do some boring bits here. Let's get Mark Kerr and the other centre mid and the AMC running with the ball. Good. Right. Forward runs. That's fine. Good. Try through balls. That's fine. Cross the ball. No one. Jeez, oh. No wonder we're doing rubbish. And then marking. Yep. I'll do that as well. Team instructions, attacking short, hard, pressing though. We're not pressing, we'll start pressing as well. And we will save that. Right, I've done some tweaks now. I shouldn't have any more tactical options, Bruce. You just need to delve into the game a wee bit more, mate. You'll be surprised. Oh, attack, says Daniel. I'm beginning to agree with that, mate. O'Brien Galt comes in with a really good shout by Ibrahim Said. Do you know what? See, for you, Brian, and because he is a champ man hero of mine, I'm going to do just that. Oh, he's went to Charlton. We'll get him. Once he's played 30 games, they'll be miserable. They'll go down. We'll step in and get him. Probably before the end of the season for 2.8 million. Great shout, though, Brian. Loving that. Keep your suggestions coming in. I know Monty's keen to get quite a few suggestions in. They're all very much welcomed, by the way. I've got to tell you that. Right. He was saying Kieran Dyer at the top of the show. Is Kieran Dyer keen? Is he keen, Dyer? No. Craig Bellamy. I mean, he's just not good enough in this game, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would love to have Bellamy back at Celtic. What a player he was. Any outstanding memories of Craig Bellamy, lads? And ladettes? Jackie's obviously in the comments as well. Studs Lanigan's on the Jack Daniels. Only the best for the different boys. Love it, mate. That's outstanding work. Absolutely outstanding work. Sebastian Frey, yeah, he's someone that will look to get in. Probably, depending on how we do it. If we win the UEFA Cup, for example, we'll be able to get him, Monty. But yeah, he's very much. I'll put him to the shortlist, in fact, right now. But trying to attract him in season one's difficult. But I still agree with the thought process. I think Seba Frey, we definitely, yeah, he's already on the shortlist. But Sheetis has came in, and we're going to back him as well. In goals, I think Douglas I'm going to go for. I'm going to put Carrion on the bench and his silly joggy bottoms. They're horrible. If you're taking tactical tips from Russell, I think you need to get back to playing Super Striker. Thank you, Brown Warrior. Always a pleasure to have you on the show, mate. Good to have you watching. Absolutely love your input. He's probably right. Tactical lessons off me are very much a no-no. Right, Mark Kerr midfield. Nakamura missing a blow because he's ineligible. It really is. Petrov missing is a blow. Neil Lennon comes in. Jeez, oh, forgive me. Lambert on the bench. Right, let's have it. Are we going with that? No. Left wing back. I'm going to go Bobby Petter. Steve Guppy, 2 assists and 5. What's Petter got? Only 5 assists, but he's playing well. And Valharen's getting praise. He's one of the best centre-halves you can sign in this game, believe it or not. More comments coming in just before we go to the European game, and then I will try catch up as always. 20 years every day, only two. Oh, that's good, Kieran. Taribo West, Isaac Okoronkwo, Buffon. I like that. West, Okoronkwo, Nigerian legends, and then just go for the best goalie in the game. Studs Lanigan, Monty thought that Bhoycie bus was pure singing and dancing. Football chat. Love it, mate. Love it. What about a move for Karlstrom? Vander Vaart says, Michael Mitchell. Karlstrom's a bit of a funny one in this game. Daniel Hughes is saying Kennedy Backer Seal Glue. Brown Warrior suggests Stan Varga. Stan Varga scored 10 goals in one season, I'm sure, for Celtic. Bizarre. There he is there. O'Neill had an eye for a big centre-back, didn't he? He sure did. He sure did. Right. 2-0 and we're through. Think about it that way. We got 2 away goals. Win this 2-0 and we're through. Come on, Celtic. Come on. There's one. Come on. You know we can do this. 65 minutes. Just one goal. Oh. It's the hope that kills you, isn't it? It's the hope that kills you. Ryan Kelly. Evening all. I'm a bit late on the bus, so hope there's still room. Get on the bus, mate. On you come. Don't you worry about that ever, my man. Not a bother in the slightest. Right, there we go. Half time. Let's just go. John! Yes! Oh, God, I can't handle this. Get in there. But we can't afford to Oh, no, we can now. Even if we concede, we would go through and away goals. We're doing all right here. This has been a one hell of a turnaround. Are you listening, supporters round there? I'm telling you, you're all rascals. Right. Any changes we should make? I know I get slagged for being a bit of a tinker, man. Trying to have a rethink here. Bring on Paul Lambert. He's just going to bring some calm to that midfield. Mark Kerr's, still lacking positional discipline. Do you know what I mean? A masterclass at home. The Bhoycie bus is coming. Yes. Contact, it's ours. You know it. Bruce says nice. Michael Mitchell clean sheet is vital. We got one. Don't you worry. I am delighted with that result. Absolutely delighted. Big Bad John, the best I've ever had him in Championship Manager. Usually I try and sell him. 18 goals he's got already. Henrik, 18 goals as well. That's just par for the course. Sutton's up to 16. Not bad at all. What's that between them? 36, 46, 52 goals by December between your front three. That is not bad. Daniel Hughes, you know it, my boy. The Bhoycie effect. Brown Warrior, a moment in history here. The first time I've came on and Russell's got it right. I love you too, Brown Warrior. Great tactical change made pre-match. Yes, Michael. The fans seem to be turning. Red Scotland, he downloaded this game, but the damn thing crashed at the end of the season when you just won the league. DM me about that, Red, and tell me what it was saying. I know a couple of wee tricks with the game. All right, hopefully we'll be able to get that sorted for you, bud. Dagi comes in, or Dagi. Dagi, does that sound better? Evening troops, first time here. Welcome aboard, Dagi. Thought it was a live video about the hoops. Anyway, I'm enjoying the crack. Normally we do, mate, so we do a Monday club just talking Celtic. I come back on and do usually a post-match midweek, but obviously there's no football now. We do a Championship Manager stream once a week, and then at the week, then on a Friday or Saturday we do a show called the Double Doon Show, which is just general Celtic chat with a quiz at the end, in essence. So welcome aboard. Good to have you, Digi. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If it's Digi, then you can correct me in the comments. But good to have you on the bus. Guys, be kind to our latest passenger on the Bhoycie bus. This is what it's all about. I love it. We must be trending on Celtic News Now or something like that. I tell you what, it's better than spamming that site with old videos of Dom Mackay seen today. from a certain pod. Utterly bizarre behaviour. Just spam, just utter spam. Clickbait shite. Don't get that. Went down in my estimation. Matt Gunner, -6 where he is. He says tonight's getting chilly. It was freezing this morning when I was walking the dog at 8 o'clock, mate. Absolutely Baltic. Came back. It's one of those like plastic extender leads I was using. My thumb was killing me, man. King Size Homer's in. Yes. How's it going, Bhoycie? Picked a good moment to join the stream. 4-0 thumping. Brown Warrior, I highly doubt that, mate. Brad Friedel, yep, not the worst shout. Liam Collins now suggesting Ange goes to director of football and manager becomes Russell Boyce, with Liam and Philip DeMarco as assistant. Philip DeMarco would be trying to sell Kyogo. Jim Dolan's in, new to the show. Yes, Jim. So this is a different type of show we're doing tonight. I was just explaining to DG, who's also a new viewer. The Championship Manager stream's a bit of light-hearted fun, Jim. Mondays, we do talk serious about football. I do that with my wee brother, obviously all from a Celtic persuasion. And then at the weekends, we do some more Celtic debate on either a Friday or a Saturday night with a wee quiz at the end. I might even wear a blazer this week. You never know. But yeah, plenty of Celtic chat to have. Welcome aboard the Bhoycie bus, and it's good to have you with us. Right. Let's see what we can do in our next match. Livingston at home. We're in a wee time travelling trip as well, Jim. Just so you know, we're in 2001. Man, Martin O'Neill's stars of that year. And it's great fun, kind of all those wonderful names. We've added a few of our own as well, of course. But yeah, we're trying to live up to how good an era that was under Martin O'Neill. If not, do better. Nakamura, was he not playing back then too? Nakamura's in the squad, but we actually had to sign him. He didn't arrive until, I think it was September or something like that, or October 2005. Something like that. Someone will correct me. It's so much knowledge in the comments, you wouldn't believe it. Let me off at the next stop. I have to go. Take it easy, Daniel. Tommy, Daniel, mate. Brilliant to have you with us again. King size, so much she given for keeper. He is one of those who should have played for the Hoops. That's a great conversation starter. Why don't we discuss in the comments now? I want a name and a reason for a player who should have played for Celtic but never. Go. Hit me in the comments and we'll read as many out as we play Livingston at home next. Sheetus comes in for his debut. It means I can crack on with this. And then I will, at halftime, read in as many of the comments as I possibly can. Kieran 1888, you're a naughty boy. I'm seeing that, mate. Studs Lonigan, you know it, mate. You know it. Oh, you meant Scout Nakamura. He's already in the squad, fresh air. Don't you worry. Tommy, did you pay your fare? I let him off with it today, mate. I've let him off with it in Scotland. What's the number of the bus? The number of the bus, I decided it'd have to be the number, I think I said the 87, because the club was founded on the 6th of November, 1887, and I was born on the 6th of November, 1987. So I always just think the bus would be, if it was to have a number, it would be the 87 for that reason. Hope that makes sense. 100 years apart, me and Celtic. Gets in there. Right, okay. We've got some brilliant suggestions coming in for players that should have played for Celtic. I can see famous names like Diggy or Diggy. He's not correcting me yet on which one's right. Stephen Fletcher, absolutely. And again, that was bickering over buttons. Shea Gibbon, Liam Collo comes in and reminds us, was actually an academy player at Celtic. He was. You're absolutely right. He was. As was Brad Friedel at the same time. I wonder if you knew that, Liam. Mental to think that we opted for Stuart Kerr and Gordon Marshall, you know. It's madness. Friedel and Gibbon were at Celtic at the same time. There's a famous photo of them all. Friedel's unrecognisable. Ivan De La Pina, yeah. I mean, he went on to win a UEFA Cup or a Europa League, as it were, after we offered him a trial. Red Scotland can have an all-day ticket. Consider it done, my friend. Absolutely sorted. Red Scotland suggests the number 67. That carries plenty weight as well. Monty suggests Alan Shearer's a player we should have said. We went for Shearer, but he's up. Anyway, well, I agree though. I mean, what an ambitious move that was by the club as well. And I think Shearer was all for it up until a certain point as well. And then he sort of changed his mind. Scott Housing and the rest of the words for us. Michael Mitchell comes in with a great shout. Ginola was at Celtic Park. Did you know that? Literally in the ground. And then had a change of heart. But I mean, I think that's one that you can, if you daydream about a player playing for Celtic, I mean, Ginola would have been ooh la la, shall we say. I would have loved that. Christ, Bhoycie, you're younger than my wee sister. Yep, 34, mate. You're meant to be surprised I'm as old as I am. I'm not shocked. Jeez, Scott, he would have got 50 a season. I think Shearer would have scored a barrel load as well, Monty. Darren Fletcher, well, Darren Fletcher was meant to sign, if all reports are to be believed, and it was Alex Ferguson who stepped in and prevented that one, King Size Homer, with a personal visit to Darren Fletcher's house. So I've been told. So I've heard or so I've read somewhere. Yeah, Brad Friedel, mad one, isn't it, Liam? Nigel Hunter agreeing with what I said. Yep. Zlatan, imagine, to think he was on trial. Arsenal asked him on trial and he said, Zlatan doesn't do trials. Philip DeMarco would like us to have signed Ian Jess. Good. Ivan Tony says Daniel Hughes. I think there was a time that we probably would have been quite up for that. Stephen Hamilton comes in. Yes, Stephen, good to have you, mate, on the bus. Kevin Gallagher. Andy Robertson. Again, he was at Celtic, wasn't he? He was in the youths, and we released him on a free. He went to Queen's Park. Bruce is agreeing. It'd have been great to see Ginola in the house. Brilliant suggestions, though, lads. Love it. Right. 5 minutes to go. Sorry, I was nearly saying half time there. The job is well and truly done. We can get some minutes on Mark Antony. That's a convincing win. And it's now 7 goals in 2 games. 0 conceded. A lot better. Game in hand. They must have slipped up. Oh, they got pumped at Fir Park. Get in there. That is encouraging. Oh, someone hide the screen from Del Piero boy. A bid has came in for the king. What did you, Del Piero boy? 20 million. I'll say 19.5. I'm not going to take it anyway. I just want to see if they'll bid it. Mark Kerr getting a lot of praise. He is a championship manager legend after all. Would love to have seen Robert Prozinecki play for Celtic. Monty, remember he played for Dinamo Zagreb against us. I think Viduka was playing for them as well. It would have been late 90s. And Prozinecki, outstanding. He went on and played, I know obviously he was famed for being at Real Madrid and stuff, and obviously being a brilliant player for Croatia. Do you remember Harry Redknapp brought him to what was English Division 1, now called the Championship? He must have been at 32, 33. Who am I kidding? He was 32. He was born in 1969. But they obviously, when they signed him, he was smoking like 50 fags a day, 40 fags a day, and he strolled that league. Absolutely strolled it. King Size Homer would like us to have signed Johnny Russell. Fair enough. I get it, mate. He had a good spell, definitely. Johnny Russell at Dundee United, and he was under our nose. Sometimes, though, it's... I think he was a big Celtic fan, though. Yeah, that deal probably could have done with hindsight, couldn't it? Let's get Mark Kerr back in. Ambrosini's been incredible for us. He's got to play. Neil Scally's barely been able to get a game. He's usually one of my go-to players. Yeah. I'm not actually going to be selling anyone. Don't you worry. Is Lewandowski's game? No, sadly not. Brown Warrior, Steve Archibald. Yes, it was with Portsmouth. Harry Redknapp signed him. You're spot on, Michael Mitchell. Liam Collett. Did we know we were meant to sign a striker from Poland, but was stopped by the Icelandic Oh, that must be Lewandowski you're referring to, I suspect, Liam. I know Lewandowski was meant to go to Blackburn Rovers. I know that. I did not know he was close to joining Celtic, to be honest, but hey, you learn something new every day. Right, at home to Dundee. Let's see if we can go top of the league, eh? Let's see if we can go top of the league. Monty was a genius, Ross. I couldn't agree more. Prozanecki, I know you're talking about Prozanecki. What a player. What a player. Just strolled it. Absolutely strolled it. Scored a free kick against the other lot as well in the early 90s in the Champions League as well, I'm sure. For Marseille, I think it was. No, it wouldn't have been Marseille. I can't remember. Someone can correct me in the comments. I can't mind. Oh, Nakamura's on set pieces. We love it. We love to see it. Yeah, Rivaldo, but Martin needed Kinston. Ronaldo, a trial. 2 penalties from Naka. 3-0 here. Naka's on a hat-trick. The man from Japan. Big Ian Crocker at his best. I like Ian Crocker as a commentator. I think he gets a tough rep. Do you know that? I like him. I think he's done a good job. I think he loves Scottish football as well. I've read his book. And he absolutely loves Scottish football. It's not like he's just doing it, just for the gig. You know what I mean? He'll happily commentate on like Dundee United against St Mirren and a rainy night and stuff like that. And I think his wee catchphrases are quite funny. Tommy Burns tried to sign Pecchia from Inter. What a player. Can't remember him too well, to be honest, Philip DeMarco. Maybe just before my time, slightly. Daniel Hughes was at Rome for the Lazio game and asked Johnny Russell about Celtic. He was gutted the move never happened. It doesn't surprise me. Mo Salah, when he was at Basel, says Brown Warrior. And I think you've got to be honest and say to yourself, what a player he would have been for anyone if they had their eyes on, a proper bargain. Studs Lanigan, who was the last Celtic and Scottish internationalist to buy me a pint in Kennedy's Bar in Caparis? Oh, good question. Who would it have been? Charlie Mulgrew. There's a guess. I'm just throwing it out there. Just a guess. Right, what can we do here? Monty's getting Philip DeMarco well told. Phil Larson must not be sold. Yeah, there'd be a riot if he was sold. I might riot in my own house, you know what I mean? Gonna get some minutes in Lennon's legs. He could always be doing with them. Couple of guesses coming into Studs Lanigan's question. Caldwell says Robert Laidlaw. Scott Brown suggests Philip DeMarco. Simon Donnelly suggests Scott Howe. Studs Lanigan says Ian Crocker. Larson. I don't think it was Ian Crocker that he had the pint with because he wasn't the Celtic and Scotland International. Ronnie Pickering, get off me. Didier Drogba was interested in joining Celtic before he went to Marseille, but his cousin Momo Silla told him he wasn't good enough yet. Jeez, oh, that can't be true. That cannot be true. Brown Warrior says Iniesta after he left Barcelona. I don't think that's a bad shout. A couple of guesses still coming in for Studs Lanigan's question. Who was the last former Celtic and Scotland international he had a pint with in Capara? Stephen McManus suggests Red Scotland. Pato suggesting Messi. I'm guessing that's for who Celtic should have signed. Alfred van Bogason linked with him for years. Jeez, remember that. And look at that. Back top of the league already. Just so everyone's losing faith in me. David Marshall suggests Ryan Kelly. Scott Housley suggesting Jackie McNamara. No Red and no Bhoycie. Brown Warrior, we should have signed the other Bangura. Yeah, that's been completely denied that we signed the wrong Bangura, and it was always the Bangura we wanted to sign that we did. I'm like, do you know what? I would have more sympathy for you if it was the wrong Bangura that we signed. Do you know what I mean? I said classic commentary. I can still remember when Lambert hit that screamer to make it 2-0 against the at home. A second would surely settle here for Celtic. Oh, that was actually Martin Tyler, though, just so you know, Bruce. I don't like to be pernickety, but it was. But brilliant commentary. It was on Twitter the other day as well. Google Momo Silla Drogba. There's an interview about it. Geez, so Red Scotland's now guessing Tom Boyd. Studs, he played for Paralimni 2009 to 2011. Eh? What are you talking about? What does that even mean? Paralimni? Never heard of them, mate. Right, trip to Rugby Park. Should we carry on with this ambitious tactic? Or should we go more defensive? Or should I stop tinkering? Sorry, Bruce. I know, mate. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I hate being like that. Brown Warrior, Antiniemi. I don't know if that's a guess now to the question of who Celtic should have signed but never signed in their lives, or whether it's a question to Studs, Lanigan, JJ Okocha. I mean, imagine him in a Celtic shirt. Wow, that would have been immense, wouldn't it? Absolutely immense. Right, I'm going to bring Neil Lennon in just to shore up the midfield a wee bit. The shapes work for us so far, though, which is good. Sheetis, 2 games, 2 wins. Happy with his start. Roberto Martinez starts this game at Motherwell. Who knew that he played for Motherwell? That would have been a good question I could have asked you. Right, we'll play this game, and then I think we'll do a wee bit of Date of Boys, shall we? If you want to get your questions in during the 90 minutes of this match, that'll be absolutely fine. We've got 66 watching live, which is unbelievable for a Championship Manager stream. Thanks to each and every single one of you, as always, for jumping on the Bhoycie bus, especially when it's the Championship Manager stream. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it, really? Although it's all a bit of fun. It is all a bit of fun. But yeah, if you want to get your suggestions in for the Date of Boys, get your players' names in now. Any player from the era of the game, I will tell you the year of their birth within 5 seconds. And I will keep my hands up here and dispel any myth that Monty's trying to tell you that I somehow or other would be Googling my answers under the desk. It is an unfair allegation, Monty. And there's Sutton hat-trick. Get in there. What was that celebration he used to do towards the end? It was like, he used to love that, man. What a guy, Sutton, eh? Just the man. He is the absolute man. Alfred Noble comes in. Sorry I'm late. You will be. I'm only kidding, mate. All good. We're glad to have you on the bus. That's the most important thing, mate, that you are on the bus. Strings of the Dawn. Freddie Adu, it wasn't really this era. I'm going to say 1989, but I'm really not sure because he wasn't playing in 2001. He'd been 12. Michael Mitchell comes in. Roy Keane, 1971. 1971. Get your suggestions in. We'll do some Date of Boys. Remember, it's very simple. Any player from the era of Championship Manager game, 2001, 2002 sort of era. Name me a player. I'll answer it within 5 seconds of bringing it up on the screen. Pato's not getting the game, Willie Maley. No! Philip DeMarco being very smart. Or is that saying Sel Larson? I think it probably is. I don't think Donadoni was playing at that era. In 2000, 2001. Don't think so. Roy Keane, 1971, Michael. Oh, getting thrasher at chess. Strange Love the Doctor was. Needed to join in the chat for a breather. Chess can be a stressful game, mate. It can be. Oh, Brown Warrior, Reggie Blinker. Right, I want to say 1969. 1969. Get in there. Diego Forlan, 1979. 79 for Forlan. Is he? Yes. Kanu, 1976. 1976. There's no Nku Kanu. 1976. Yes. Oh dear. I don't know who Giuseppe Giannini is, mate, so you beat me there. Never heard of Dejan Savicevic either, unfortunately. Frank Soze, good one. Oh, shit. 1965. Oh, I could be way off with Soze. Oh, yes. Yes. Get in there. Charlton Cole. I think you mean Carlton Cole. It's a good one. He's 1983, though. 1983, Carlton Cole. Yes. Matt Burchell. His uncle was at Hollywood with Jim Kerr, Charlie Simple Minds. Matt Burchell was 1980. Wasn't he? 1980. Get in there. Maicon, that's a great shout. He was still playing in Brazil at the time. But you're not going to beat me with that because he was 1981. 1981? Yes. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was good fun. Thank you for all the suggestions. Right, we'll do one more that came in, and it was Alex Del Piero. Del Piero was 1974. Del Piero, 1974. I got through as many as I could there in quick succession. And yeah, that rounds it off. Date of Boys for another week is done. But that was good. But you can see, you can obviously ramp it up a wee bit. Apologies for the names I didn't recognise. If I don't recognise the name, there's no point me guessing a year because I generally don't have a clue. If I know the name and I don't know the year, then I've failed. But if I've never actually heard of the player, then there's not really much I can do, unfortunately. But I appreciate the suggestions all the same. That was good fun. Ryan Kelly thinks I'm definitely a psychic. I'm definitely not. Clark is sitting quietly, pushing his cell, laughing. Liam Cole with some trivia. Do you know what other club in Scotland George Cadetti played for? Yes. Partick Thistle. Robert Laidlaw was straight in there with that, as was Lanky 67, which is brilliant. Brown Warrior also saying we should have signed Michael Laudrup when he was 16. Alfred Noble saying Russell Boyce. Russell, 1987, mate. I don't know if you're still playing Date of Boyce or not. Right, how's the league table shaping up? Level, tied at the top as we enter the last 12 minutes of the show. It always gets busier as the show goes on. All good, though. All good. Monty Google. I know your game, mate. I'm telling you. No way. Scott, I know you're saying it's special subject to a mastermind sorted. I have applied for mastermind, mate, and I never got on. They never even replied to me. I must have thought, oh, aye, that'll make cracking TV, mate. Pato, brilliant, boys. Del Piero is a legend. My bird is a Juventus fan. Quite right. Quite right. Good to have you with us, Pato, and your missus watching the show as well. Hopefully, very good evening to you both. Cadetti, my first ever favourite Celtic player, says Bruce. He went to my local team, Bradford City, as well, and flopped, which was a big shame. Yeah, he came back for Portugal. I think it was Jim Jeffries that signed him. Cadetti seemed to be someone who lost his powers quite early on in his career. You know, one of those folk hits 30 and it just goes Pete Tong. It can happen. Aberdeen at home today. We're on a roll, though, here. I'm feeling confident. I think we can make a couple of changes, you know. Keep Nakamura. Play Petrov as well. Take out Big Bad John. Give Maloney a game up top. Why not? He should have signed Jota when he was available at 200 grand. It's a fair point, Hit Sensors. If he was ever available at that, then we absolutely should. Daniel Hughes, don't sell Larson. Don't worry, we're not going to. We just want to see if we get the bid. Bhoycie, the Celtic version of Charles Xavier for the X-Men. Oh, brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Got to head. We'll catch up later, boss. Cheers again for joining Contuck. Always a pleasure, my boy. And he is saying, Dudek out. He is getting that hashtag. He wants to get that trending. Time will tell if it will or not. Albi's having a very good season at the back. Baldy's came into a game. I'm going to go Baldy and Valharan. Yes, I am. I've made my mind up. We're going to give Silla a run out as well. I know I've made a few changes there, but probably just feeling too confident. Red Scotland. Brian was always the weaker Laudrup. Both good players, though. Probably true, but to be fair, I think you're right. You've ended that with that. I mean, there's no shame in being weaker. The weaker Laudrup. I think they were both outstanding players, to be honest. Fuck off, Visconti. Studs Lanigan wants the stream to go on. He's just getting started. I suppose we can go a wee bit after if you want. Doesn't bother me. The beauty of the Bhoycie bus is there's no rules, there's no strict rules and regulations. We just do what we want when we want, man. It's great. Sell Henrik and sign Trezeguet. It's bold, Brown Warrior. It's bold. And Philip DeMarco. Jeez, no sooner had that comment been up there and Philip DeMarco already had his pom-poms out. I don't know how he can text and fill a pair of pom-poms in his mitts as well at the same time. Chris Sutton, what a spell he's having. It's 2 hat-tricks in a row from Sutton. Yes. For once, you cannot say you're better than that, Chris, because that was outstanding. What age is Visconti? Fuck off. He was born in 1980, if you must know. No, in fact, no, I don't think he was. No, he was. He was 73. It was the other one. See, I wasn't playing the game there. It just distracted me. No offense, their defense crumbled to a biscuit. Either am I. We'll all stay in the bus to the depot, mate. It's a lock-in. I like lock-in. I agree. I'm not ready to get off the bus yet. Fucking hell. I know in the history strikes, studs, it's just one of those things. Great show, Bhoycie. Magic. Thank you for saying so, Michael, mate. I really appreciate it. If everyone's hit the like button, though, that'd be good. If you want to hit subscribe, that always helps. If you want to hit the wee bell thing, and then you get an icon, wee notification of time, my wee stupid coupons coming on to annoy you, by all means do so. If you're on Twitter and you want to RT the live stream of the channel and things like that, they're all appreciated as well because it helps it grow. And obviously, we're not doing this for it to be my figure, let's be fucking honest, but you want it to, to have as good a chance of lasting as long as possible. Do you know what I mean? So any help in that regard that costs you nothing, that can help me, I am all for. Apparently, it was offered to Celtic under Neil Lennon's era. I did not know that about Jota Hitsons. Thank you for the input. I didn't realise that, mate. Ross, I've got the keys. We're locked in. It's another half hour, says Feed the Bear. Jeez, Feed. Jeez, all right. I'm sure we can last a wee bit longer. Why not? It's not going to hurt anyone, is it? Yeah. Life's too short to worry about these things. Well, we try a GAT in there. Remember when we first signed the GAT and we thought forward? 35 pounds for Hibs. What a bargain that was. Well, I know obviously he's only signed like a 3-month deal there, but we were like, no, we want him now. Whatever the fee is, 35 grand. And he was outstanding. Daniel Hughes, he's buzzing for the next show already. Not even this one. Absolutely fair enough, mate. Totally understand. If that's you telling us you're away, then fair enough. Ryan Kelly, you're pushing your luck, Ryan. Last suggestion for date of boys, Martin Demichelis, Argentine, ex-Bayern and City. I'm going to say 1981. I'm in a game, so I can't even search it, but I'm going to guess 1981 for Demichelis. That's a good shout, because that is a tricky one. Red Scotland, someone's opened the back window. Can we smoke? Fair on, mate. All good. Absolutely fine. Pass me one down as well. Why not? Don't consider it a second. Just 3-1 here will be Kushti. 3-1 will be Kushti. I tell you what, we are doing well. There we go. That is good. That is good. So, Scott, he's not been on the weekend shows. You don't think he'll be tuning in this weekend either, though. That's all right, Scott, mate. Obviously, we do put it up as a podcast on Spotify and Podbean for free. So you can catch up there. And obviously, it stays on the YouTube channel if you want to catch up as well. there's good fun, Scott. It's good banter. I always have a random guest. I'm trying to get each guest, Scott, to be one of you guys in the comments section each week. I think that's a good way to give a wee bit back. We've got Liam Collo on this week on Friday, and then we do a wee quiz at the end of Double Tunes. It's always good fun. Pato Henrik says Larson. If Henrik said his book a gap was the fastest player he ever saw. Brown Warrior, can I sit at the front of this? But up you come, Brown Warrior. Up you come, mate. Not a problem at all. Keep your feet off the seats. That's you, Feed the Bear. That's you, big man. Feet in the seats, and we all know why. I recognise that smile, big man. I recognise the smell as well. What's going on back there? Right. 54 points each. Who will we play up to? We've got Dundee United away next. Look who we drew in the UEFA Cup. What do we make of that? Ipswich Town. Good team they had then. Remember they signed Finidi George? Remember that? I remember that. Matt Holland, he was a good player. He was a good player. That's a spicy wee draw though. That's got hallmarks of Blackburn Rovers in the road to Seville, doesn't it? Pato is asking if dogs are allowed on the bus. They absolutely are. I love dogs, man. Dogs are always welcome, mate. Studs, boys, get a quiz night going with 10 teams of 4. My team will win all day long. We could do a quiz night. That could be all right. I don't know really how to organise it, but aye, we'll work that out, mate. It could be like our own little pub, especially as we're in a wee mini lockdown. Yeah, we could do a quiz night. Yeah, why not? Why not? Indeed, that could be good fun. We could put some money in and do a wee money cash prize, something like that. Donate something to charity. Sounds all right to me, eh? That'd be good. Right. Dundee United away. I'm just beginning to think I might revert back to a wee bit of this. I know I'm tinkering. I know it. I know I'm tinkering. You know I'm tinkering. It's just the way it is. We're not quite in a full lockdown, Bruce, but there's still restrictions and that. I mean, there's no crowds at the games or any of that shit. If you're in the pub, you need to be sat down, table service, social distance, and all that shit. It's not quite the same, to be honest. Whilst that's going on, I thought, well, maybe we could do a wee random quiz night. If folk could be up for that, I'm up for doing it. Why not? Skelly did well, but Ambasini comes back in. Yep. We'll do that. No, we'll do that. Guppy on the left because there's an injury to Bobby Petter. Agat comes back on the right. Beep, beep. Right, big game this. Big 3 points at stake. Monty, see you later, mate. Thank you for watching as always, pal. Brilliant. And thanks for your contributions as well. Take care, my man. Liam wants to come back on. What's that for the quiz, mate? That'll be absolutely fine. Oh, dear. My school used to sing at the back of the bus. They can't sing. Oh, brilliant. The Bear. Love it, mate. Great memories. Studs Lanigan, just like the Boozers, mate. No, totally, my man. Absolutely agree with that. Oh, 3-2. This is getting tricky. Let it flash green and white. Yes! Gets in there. We're still fighting for this title, I'm telling you. It's going to go to the wire, though. Robert Laidlaw. Sutton is on fire, by the way. It is. And Bruce, it's getting tasty, this game. You're absolutely right, mate. It is. I mean, it's too tasty almost. You know what I mean? When you're in charge, when you're the boss, when you're on the touchline, you know, you feel the sweat forming. You know what I mean? It's just pressure, mate. Pressure. Mark Anthony, why not? Get Henrik up top. Let's see what Henrik can do up top. But yeah, Sutton, what a purple patch he's having. Hartson with another goal as well. Contributions from the front three. I mean, he must have contributed to about 80% of our goals. Oh my God, it's 4-3. Guys, sheer test, you're a donkey and all. Hold on. Henrik, 20 for the season before the new year. Get in there. Pato comes in. I think this is a bit of trivia. Which player scored in a World Cup final and scored in a European Cup final, but was on the losing side each time by the same score, and both games were played on the same ground? That's hard. That is hard. Wow, I'm trying to work out. I can't think. Henrik's not going anywhere. 20 goals in 30 games. Usually after 30 games, he probably had about 30 goals that would be more realistic, but 9 assists in there. Look at his average rating at 8.53. Isn't he doing well? Nakamura now up to 6 assists, 3 goals in 11 games. He has been a brilliant signing. Chris Sutton is on his 4th 10 out of 10 appearance in a row. 24 goals in 28, Chris Sutton. He wants a new contract. Chris, you're getting a new contract, mate. Don't you worry about that. I'm just so tight that I'm going to reduce your wages. But I'll up your goal bonus just to keep you encouraged. I hope he doesn't sign a new contract and takes his eye off the ball, though. Petrov having a good season as well. 3 goals for him now, about 8 assists. Feed Bear just comes in with Rush, you're sacked. What are you talking? Feed, me and you got on so well, and then you just hit me with this patter out of nowhere, wanting me sacked, wanting me out of job. It's Christmas. I've got family to feed the bear. Do you know what I mean? I've got no idea the answer to the question from Pato. I'll bring it back up in case any has missed it. Have a wee read over that. This is so hard. I think, what about Pato if you were to give us a decade? Is that fair, guys? Should we get a decade? And then we could really try and send some more wild guesses, but just at least from the same era that the said player played in. Feed the bear. What are you talking about, mate? I am not bringing up any comments that involved honey and your nuts. Thank you very much. Right, up next, Dunfermline at home. It surely is another straightforward 3 points. Celtic scoring goals for fun. Imagine if I just give it shut your mouth about a family to feed. It's true though. Honestly. Feed the bear wanting me out of job. Now wanting honey on his nuts. I just can't keep up with this guy. Think who scored in the World Cup final and lost the game. It's not quite a decade, Pato, you rascal, but okay. Okay. 50s, 60s. Wow. Oh, I don't know. One of the German players, maybe? Oh, I don't know. I don't have a clue. Should we sign Big Marvin? Would that go down badly? Because he played for them? I think he'd be a good signing for us, you know. Imagine. I like that, Bruce. I like that, mate. I think one could do a job for us. And it's our own wee parallel universe, isn't it? Why shouldn't we sign players that went on to play for Rangers in the future? And look who it is. Feed the bear. The man of the moment. Leeds coach Roy Aitken has said Celtic are likely to retain the Premier Division after the recent run of good results. You've told the press you're confident of retaining the title. Now, Feed the Bear, that completely contradicts what you're saying in the comments, mate. I cannot keep up with this guy. He's got more faces than... Oh, I can't mind the saying. I'm terrible at those sort of things. More faces than a... I can't mind. I can't remember what that says. Tune clock? Is that it? More faces than the tune clock? I like that. Who cares? Right, we'll bring in Samba for next season. I think that will need to do it. He wants to come in, so we'll sign him. His attributes look absolutely pants. Anyway, not that excited about it. Right, home to Dunfermline. Again, I think we can shuffle the pack for these sort of games, and I'm inclined to do so. Big Roy, Feed the Bear. I thought you'd like that, mate, but, you know, I thought you were Big Roy, mate. Can you say the alphabet backwards? Absolutely not, mate. It's hard as anything. Have you ever tried to say the alphabet in little letters as well? Like, pretty hard as well. Anyway, stop distracting me, Bruce. Alfred says it must be a German player from the 60s. I thought that as well. More faces than a tetrahedron. Ross. I have no idea what that even is, to be completely honest to you. Right, save that. Let's go. See the wee tactical tweaks I made, though? That has made the team better, isn't it? Remember when I did some player instructions? Obviously, I've been too distracted trying to talk shite. I'm getting into my groove now with this hosting and playing malarkey. It took me a few weeks just to dust off the old cobwebs, but I think I'm getting better at it again, you know? We're winning matches. I'm talking shite. It's good. Life is a good place to be. Liam Colo says, Haller. I don't know if that's a piss take or if that's his actual name. I generally don't know. Right, home to Dunfermline. Let's get another 3 points. Come on, there, Bhoycie bus. Come on. Aye, Bruce, it's getting smoother, to be fair, mate. Aye, you're right. Winning does that, mate. Oh, Sutton again! The new contract worked. We are looking good. Would like a second. Would love a second, in fact, Celtic. Oh, I guess who it is. Chris Sutton, you are the... Get in there. It is a hat-trick. A hat-trick for big Chris Sutton. Feed the bear. Russ, I'm a big green and white hungry bear. Lock down your fridge because I've got the munchies. Bruce with his traditional terrible puns, but I love them, mate. He says it gives you something to cheer about. At least he never scored in Sutton death. Oh, dear. Ryan, I agree with you, mate. If it's not from that sort of any of those sort of eras as well, I am doomed also. Chris Sutton, a first half hat trick. It's quite incredible the form he's in. He's got more goals than Henrik Larsson. What is going on? Let's get Larsson up front. Great day's work from Mark Antony, though. He deserves a hell of a lot of credit. First Salon between the front two. See how he does there. This has been much more like it. Much more like it this stream, isn't it? We went through in Europe. We went back to the top of the league. We started with a draw as well, but we knew the other team would slip up eventually. We were just waiting on it, guys. And has Chris Sutton's been enough? They have. We took our foot off the gas in the second half. Understandably, brilliant performance. He's now up to 27 goals, and it's only the 1st of January 2002. Loving it. He's on fire. Big John was able to sit that one out. He's got 22 goals in 25 games. Henrik's on 20. Henrik's behind John Hartson and Chris Sutton in the goal scoring charts. Would you believe it? Right, Kelly, the stream doesn't end until the question is answered. It's an all-nighter, methinks. Jeez, oh, mate. Jeez, oh. We're having a lot of fun, though, here, to be fair. No need for Larson, 20 million. Thank you. Now. Oh, has Liam got it? Zoltan Zibor. Is that the answer? Hungary 54, Barcelona 61. Well done, Liam. Brilliant research on Google. Because the thing is, Liam, if you did just know that, then I tell you what, that increases the standard of the Double Doon quiz on Friday, mate. We're going to need to make it a wee bit trickier for you if you've got knowledge like that, pal. Right. David Dionici, £8 million. Jeez, so. Oh, big Diego Simeone. Remember him? He's went to Roma. Marvin Andrews, I don't care what you say. I'm signing him. Cherno Samba's coming in at the end of the season. Monty will be happy with that when he returns next week. Right, what I was going to see was, who else is expiring that might be available? Manu Petit, would we take him? Yeah, we would. He's not interested, but we would have liked Emmanuel Petit. He was a good player. World Cup winner. Was he still in the France squad for Euro 2000? I'm sure he would have been. Stars Arrogant Mind have finished the set of the pod off for the Celtic, so you don't want to hear me singing, young man. I'll tell you that for nothing. Paul McFarlane, the Bhoycie bus, where it should be, at the top. Yes, Paul. You know it. Good to have you with us, mate. As always, Liam, the youngest on here, and he pulls that out. Nayhem. Not having it, Philip. You're not having it. How old are you, Liam? I didn't realise you were the youngest here, mate. Good to have you on. We want to have a broad demograph of bus passengers, don't we? We don't want it all to be boring old bastards like us, you know? We want to mix it up a wee bit. Oh, wow. You've got a supporter now, Del Piero. If we have Samba, we don't need Larson. Hashtag 20 mil. Unbelievable. I hope everyone's okay with me signing Marv Andrews. And there we go, play my boyhood team. Still in Albion. That's who I went to see when I was young growing up. Until Dad took me to Celtic when I must have been about 11. First time I went to Celtic. Up till then I'd been to about loads of still in Albions, to be honest. That was the sort of local team. Once you go to Celtic, you don't go back to Fourth Bank, unfortunately. Although I did on numerous occasions, of course, but not quite the same. Right, who we got next? How long have we been on for? An hour and 13 minutes. Is it nuts? No agenda, just talking absolute nonsense, and it seems to work. Well, I'm all for that. That is good. Liam's 22. 22, and he's coming on to the Double Doon quiz. Brilliant, mate. Love that enthusiasm, Liam. Outstanding. So this game that you're watching right now, Liam, that I'm playing is 20 years old, and you're 22. Outstanding. Outstanding. Kenny, cheers for that, boys. I'm an old Celtic dad. 63 years young. Just love the content and the crack. Hail, hail. Kenny, you are more than welcome, mate. Brilliant to have you on. And that's the thing. You don't always need to know what's going on in this game. You just look for the odd green flashing light, green and white flashing light, and I'll be smiling, raving about a certain Celtic player at that time. But I think the chat itself is always worth hanging about for, Kenny. Yeah? Always worth hanging about for. So thanks for the kind word. Appreciate it. Liam better have a mask on Friday or a balaclava. Oh, Liam, they are going to have the knives sharpened on Friday, boy. Right, we'll make this the last game. It's the last league game before the Scottish Cup break. We'll come back in and play Stirling. I'll be next. Just looking at the other fixture, Swindon match against them. Oh, it's still not till March. We're fine. We're fine. As the league standings, we're 60 points each. We're away at McDermott Park. This is tricky. This is tricky. St Johnstone's 10th in the table. They should be easy, but no game's easy. No game's easy when you're streaming live. Do you know what I mean? No game is easy when you're streaming live. Get Big Daddy back in. Come on, you. Bobby, I need a big performance, mate. Petrov and Kerr in midfield. Why not? That's the team. Oh, Naka. Jeez, oh, no Naka. Oh. Dilemma. Gonna take Kerr out. Play Naka. Let's see how we do. Come on, Celtic. Last game of the night. I didn't know if you've asked another question there, Pato. I do apologise if I missed it. Yes, Big Bad John is in there for us. 23 goals for the season for Big Bad John. 1975 Spinist. That's a joke. Right. We need another goal here, though. One's never enough. Fucking see what I told you. Oh, who else? Chris Sutton, you little reaper, get in there. Right, let's have a wee look. Get Lenny on. Get Henrik up top. Put Nakamura in the hole. Yep, why not? That'll do. Just try to keep up with the comments here. We're stressing out over this match, so I do apologise if I've been quiet. See you, Troop Studs. Brilliant, mate. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your comments. Brilliant fun. Brown Warrior, I'm saving livers here. Russell, good man. Do me a favour, mate. Go to AC Milan reserves. There's a striker who's absolutely lethal. I can't remember his name. Adam, you've been quiet tonight. Good to have you on the show. And yeah, we can absolutely do that before we go, mate. Of course we can. Not a problem in the slightest. Oh. Would help if I could type. There's all the strikers there. You can't go to the reserves. This squad includes all the reserves. You tell me which one you see, Adam. Let's have a look at other quotes coming in, comments coming in. Bruce, boring trivia alert. Google's called Google because it's the third largest known number. Second is a Googleplex. And first is Graham's number. Hopefully that is suitably boring. It was. But thank you for letting us know. If Stevie May scores against Celtic this game, it's rigged, Russell. Absolutely. I'm proud of you, mate. Me too. Right. Brilliant, Red Scotland. Great show, comrade. Take care, everyone. See you later, man. Thank you for watching, as always. Brilliant. The comment is in the way. Cannot see it. Right, have a look now. That should help. Looks like he's been punted. Any of those? Don't think so. They're all older players, I think. Sign Nakata, says Adam Beanie Smith, to partner up with Nakamura. Hidetoshi Nakata. What a player. What a player. Bernard Harrington comes in. Brilliant to have you with us, Bernard. Another new name. Super. Freddie Adu was not in this game. I think his debut was Football Manager 2005. I'm sure it was. Paul McFarlane, he says, all the best, everyone. Hail, hail, Russell. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night as well. That has been great fun. Just a wee recap. We took back charge of our destiny. We are top of the league again. We overcame a 4-2 defeat in the Europa League or the UEFA Cup, as it's known, and have set up by beating Partizan Belgrade 4-0. And we've set up a Battle of Britain against Ipswich Town, which has hallmarks of that Blackburn Rovers tie on the road to Seville. I certainly think it's a winnable tie as well, which if we were to win, would take us into the quarter-finals. We've got a Scottish Cup third round to look forward to against Stirling Albion as our first match of the next stream. And then we will also in the next stream be playing in a League Cup semi-final against Hearts. And that is going to be at Hampden Park, whilst Dundee United and Rangers compete on our ground. It's been great fun tonight. Thanks to everyone in the comments. Brilliant laugh. As always, no structure, no shame, just a bit of banter. Thanks for everyone for your contributions. And I will see you all later. Cheers again.